Hello everyone, Hasmaster Users here for a special vlog of Easter reviews. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. I'll explain at the end what I'm doing with this, but I wasn't so sure what I was going to do for Easter, but then I was thinking hop, and then I thought, after watching it, I don't know if I can do it. But then I thought of something else. Why don't I review some movies about making chocolate? Well, within a chocolate factory. I'm going to review the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory live action movies. Starting off with the classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Right here. And I'm playing Pure Imagination background. Why not? So, as you know, I'm a huge Roald Dahl fan, and I've read the original book. In fact, I read the original book in primary school around the same time, just before I watched this movie. And it was through those two experiences that hooked me into Roald Dahl. Well, and at first, and we'll admit, this is going to be an interesting ride to go through this. So let's dive into it. Now, I'm not going to go too into the story. We all know what it's about. A boy named Charlie, who's in a poor family, who lives near a chocolate factory, overhears that the owner of the chocolate factory, Willy Wonka, has sent 5 gold tickets out on his chocolate bars. Charlie is determined to find a ticket, but is having trouble, because not only because he's poor, but the whole tickets could be scattered all around the world. But eventually he finds the last ticket and gets to go inside the factory the next day. He sees a whole bunch of wild things in there with his grandpa Joe, and meets Willy Wonka himself as he goes around the chocolate factory, showing him and the other kids around and hoping, well, I'm aware that Wonka is actually testing them for something bigger. Now, that's all I can really say. So what's the pros in this? Now, because this is often considered a masterpiece, and, well, it's good, it is, but the inner critic in me and inner Roald Dahl fan has got nitpicks. But let's start with the pros. I mean, first thing, of course, Gene Wilder. I mean, he wasn't Roald Dahl's first choice. He wanted Spike Milligan as Willy Wonka, but honestly, Wilder just fits. He's perfect in this. I think I'm kind of glad. I mean, it would have been cool if Dahl got his original choice, but I think he was okay. I think Gene Wilder's the perfect fit for Wonka. In fact, all the actors in this movie are really good. Though, my two other favourites are Peter Austin, who played Charlie, and Peter Ostrom, sorry, and of course Jack Alverson as Grandpa Joe. The other kids in this are also good too. But yeah, so they're all good. The sets look absolutely amazing, even by these stands. I mean, yeah, they look dated, especially the chocolate water effect, which is just mud. It still works out pretty well, and just the size of it, I mean, it feels like an actual chocolate factory. I admire them. I will say the the chocolate room itself is great. Some of the other rooms are fine. The inventing room can be a bit cluttered. And then, alright, the television room is perhaps the worst, only because it's just a white room with one white camera. Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, the sets are still all good. The songs are all good. I mean, as I said, Pure Imagination is an amazing song, and it only really fits here, not counting a certain band that actually did a cover of it, and it sounds like utter shit. Pardon my language. But, and then there's the Candyman song. I mean, that's where it originally came from, and it's good here. Some of the other songs are good. The Oompa Loompa songs are catchy. Yeah, it works out well. In fact, the Oompa Loompas themselves are actually really fun, good. I imagine that's the way they look like, and they got parodied a couple of times a lot. I mean, The Simpsons parodied them, a couple of Mad parodied them, a few others have also done Family Guy and all that. And Futurama, yeah, they got parody a lot, and they're iconic. An orange middleman and with green hair, green curly hair. That's how I picture Oompa Loompas. And then there's the tunnel scene. What many people consider can be considered very freaky, scary, and outright hilarious and fun. It's iconic. I mean, Wilder's scream in it and his line delivery matches the chaos. So yeah, it seems like I really do enjoy it. Yeah, I do. I really do. But as I said, but I do have gripes. I mean, I am a Roald Dahl fan. So, shall we begin? Well, first off, there are the multiple changes to the book. Now, look, I know, not everything's. I can't expect the original book to be translated to an actual movie. Even the best of Dahl's work, even the best of adaptations, can be changed a lot, and Dahl's books are no exception. But it can work. I mean, the changes they made to Fantastic Mr. Fox, yeah, they're different from the original book, but I think they actually work, and they actually add new stuff that I actually don't mind, and they are connected to both Dahl and the original cut from the book. Even for some extent, the small changes to Matilda, they work in the grand scheme of things too. But these changes are unnecessary, especially since Dahl actually worked on the script. But, well, I'll explain later. But anyway, here's some of the changes that don't make sense. First off, Charlie's dad is dead. That's not a good idea. I really don't like that. They didn't have to have him dead. Feels like a Disney film because of that. Maybe it was just a cliche of that, have one dead parent for the main protagonist. But it adds nothing to the original, to the story. Then there's the Veruca Salt Temptation scene. They changed the squirrels to geese that lay golden eggs. That's another thing I'm struggling with. In fact, I guess that's what. In fact, Wonka says they're for Easter. So I guess that's why I connected this to Easter, but I don't get it. Why change squirrels to geese? It makes no sense. And then the fizzy lifting drinks, I mean, in the original book, the fizzy lifting drinks were a bit of a side thing, I believe. It's been a while since I read the original book. And now it serves as a temptation scene for Charlie and Grandpa Joe, and that's another thing I don't like. Charlie was an innocent in this, in the original book. In this scene, times it shows he is greedy, and yeah, I don't get it. It's strange. Another thing that's also weird is the Great Glass Elevator. I mean, it only appears in one scene, and it's meant to appear in a couple. I mean, when Charlie and Mike TV go to the TV room, they hop in the Great Glass Elevator, but in this case they add in a Wonka mobile. Yeah, and that's absolutely. It's a funny scene, but I don't get why it's in there. But the Great Glass Elevator absolutely looks strange. It's just a triangle with many buttons that, yeah, that's not, and it's even made of metal. That's not what the Great Glass Elevator should look like. And then they change. Then of course we've got the tile change, because even though the movie's more focused on Charlie compared to the next movie we'll look at, but it makes no sense because, well, the reason why they changed is because they want to market a new chocolate bar. Yeah, because it's just a marketing change, and I don't get it. They didn't have to do it, but they did it anyway. I don't care. I'm sorry. Anyway. Then of course there's the multiple Wonka puns, and I get really tired of them now. Were harmless in the past, I notice them now, nah. But they're in the second half. In the first half we have cutaways to adults trying to find the tickets, and I mean it isn't said here that it's golden tickets are for children only, so I guess you can understand why, but again, it's pointless. Especially with one scene where they actually think the golden ticket's been found, the fifth ticket's been found, but actually later it turns out to be a fake. But, so yeah, it's strange. I don't get it. I really don't. And as I said, with most of the songs I like, the only song I see pointless is the Cheer Up Charlie song sung by his mum. And, I mean, it's just... In fact, here's another thing. Charlie actually works a job in this, along with his mother. And that's made to identify the father being dead thing. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. Again. So yeah, as I said, it's strange. Yeah, but the Cheer Up Charlie song is my least favorite. It just seems pointless again. And then of course, then we also have some of the kids get more scenes than the others. I mean, Veruca gets a lot more scenes. Violet gets a few scenes. Augustus gets barely any, and Mike gets a little. Yeah, so I mean, it's meant to identify. I don't know why. I just feel like the kids should have more. The other children should get more screen. Should have equal amount of screen time. Because you don't even get to see them come out of the chocolate factory with their new changes after their temptations. That's all I gotta say. But then, and then of course we have the big how much they changed from Dahl's original script, because they actually replaced Dahl in the middle of this because they didn't like some of his ideas for the script. So they brought on some other guy, I think David Setzer, I think his name was. And yeah, that's how, and it's because of that and many other things, including the fact that Wilder was playing Willy Wonka instead of Milligan, that Dahl refused to let them adapt Charlie and Greg Glass Elevator, which maybe it was a good thing, because Greg Glass Elevator can be really bonkers at times. I'm not going to talk about it here, but I'm just saying Greg Glass Elevator is one of Dahl's weakest books. That's all I gotta say. In fact, yeah, and I think I can understand where the changes were made. The only exception with the changes they did make was the ending, because I'm going to be honest, Dahl's original idea for the ending inside the elevator was probably a bit lackluster. The ending in the movie feels right. Yeah, so that worked out, but most of the other changes really do suck. But regardless of my problems, it is still a classic, and people do love this, and I like it too. It's definitely one of those movies that has aged a lot as I've gotten older. Things I liked before I don't like now. Things I didn't like then I seem to like even less. So in the end, it's still a good movie. I think kids should at least watch it once and figure out whether they like it or not. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 half stars. It's a classic, but it has aged. But we're not done yet, because we're going to do back-to-back videos for Easter. We've done the first movie from the 70s. Now I'm going to move on to the 2005 remake from Tim Burton. And interesting now. Oh, and one more thing. Just because if you're thinking after I'm doing the 2005 one, I'm going to do the other thing where they crossed over, where they teamed up, where they merged both this movie with a certain cartoon mouse and cat. Think again, I'm not doing that. At least not yet. But if you want me to do it, I think I will have to do it eventually. Just gotta stomach myself to get ready for it. But I'm not doing that here. We're doing the 2005 Tim Burton movie next. So I'll catch you for tomorrow. Happy Easter. And I'll say again that tomorrow, but in the meantime, Hazard from Master is out, and see you for tomorrow. Happy Easter. Ciao.